Now we will look a little bit on the tongue. The tongue, this is from the tongue. We should remember that the tongue is actually quite big, and at least for the purpose of understanding, we should split it in two. The front, where we articulate, and the rest of the tongue. The front, of course, we use in many different ways to tongue, a t or a do. We will get into it a bit later. But more importantly is that the rest of the tongue should rest. Otherwise, when it's too high, it blocks the sound. Okay? This is one thing to remember. Another important thing to remember, when you do use the tongue, because we use it often to articulate, the time it spends up to articulate should be minimal. Meaning, if this is my tongue, so of course it blocks the sound to have a good attack, to have a good tonguing, a good articulation, but right away we take it down so the sound can resonate. And the whole tongue should be as relaxed as possible so the sound resonates. In order to check your tongue position, we can do a few things. First of all, by inhale, we said it before, keep it down, and observe that the sound going in is a H-O sound and not anything else. By exhale is the same thing. What you can check is the temperature of your air. So if my air is too cold, that means that the tongue position is too high. When the air is warm, I know you cannot feel my air, but feel yours. When it's warm, it means that it opens up. Taking the tongue up and down is maybe not complicated, but while playing, it might be. So what you might want to do is just a little exercise. Take whichever note you want, play a note, and try to move your tongue up and down while holding the note. See what happens to the sound and see what happens to your feel. First of all, to be able to see that you move your tongue while playing a note, and later on, find your optimal position. I just mentioned now that the optimal position is not always the same. It changes for different registers, for different dynamics. We will get into it later, but for now, relaxed position, down with the tongue, relaxed with the tongue will help a lot.